everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com, back again with another big news update from all the world of professional wrestling. There's some Kurt Angle based news, there's some CM Punk based news, there's some news on that new Fox deal for Smackdown Live, and also there's some news on the cruiserweight division and its standing within the WWE ranks. But without any further ado, let's get straight into it and take a look at all of the news. Now, first and foremost, Kurt Angle has been a bit of a cheeky boy on social media, taking to his Instagram to insinuate, to tease a potential future match with a current WWE star. Not just a current WWE roster member, but a current WWE champion. Not the current, not AJ Styles, but a current title holder within WWE. That man is Seth Rollins, and it's quite unclear what Angle's intentions are here, really. He took a picture, he took a wee selfie with Seth Rollins in the locker room or backstage somewhere, put it up on his Instagram and said, oh, the best of the past meets the best of the present. Quite humble from Kurt there, really, isn't it? No, but Angle is, of course, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and Rollins looks to be on his way to becoming one of the most renowned WWE superstars of all time as well. Many see him as leading the current crop in terms of in-ring talent. Angle also included in the caption, who would like to see a match between us two? Now, obviously, this has caused a lot of interest. Everyone's been going, oh, a match between Angle and Rollins. That could happen. They're both on Raw. Yes, Angle's the general manager, but Rollins is, holding these Intercontinental Championship Open challenges. If I had to put money on it, I think it may just be Kurt being quite nice and pointing out how big a deal Seth Rollins is and how big a deal he's going to continue to be in the future. But that little detail of Rollins being the Intercontinental Champion and putting out these open challenges means that anything's possible. Hey, Angle's done it before in his role as GM. He obviously filled in alongside two members of the Shield at, I think it was TLC. He even came out in the crowd with the Shield. It was funny, wasn't it? It was funny. But yes, what are Angle's intentions? We don't know, but he's certainly been a bit of a naughty tease on the old Instagram. In other news, via The Hollywood Reporter, Fox have said that they're going to treat the WWE's product very seriously indeed. They've come out and said, NBC didn't really take you seriously on the USA Network. It was kind of, oh no, wrestling, it's not proper programming. Whereas Fox have pledged that they're going to actually treat WWE like a sport. They're going to have WWE promotions on, not promotions in that sort of sense, but they're going to promote WWE on their other sports programming. I'm guessing that means like little adverts popping up and stuff like that. And intriguingly, also, there's talk of a weekly talk show which has obviously prompted rumours of a return for Smackdown Live, especially when Renee Young caught wind of this and quote retweeted it on Twitter with a little emoji of her, or it's meant to represent her. Obviously, it's not her. There's no Renee Young emoji, but with the next iPhone update, who knows what's going to happen? But putting her hand up and saying, I want to do it. I want to, I'll host Talking Smack. Obviously, Talking Smack, everyone loved it back in the day when it was Renee Young and Daniel Bryan, just clearly having a very fun time indeed, and it really helped guys such as Kevin Owens and The Miz, guys who are naturally very charismatic, just sort of cut promos unbound by the traditional WWE script. So I'd be in favour of a return for Talking Smack, of course, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. In other news, Booker T has been talking on his own podcast about CM Punk and the possibility not only of his upcoming UFC fight. He speculated a little bit on that, essentially said that Punk's got a very difficult task at hand. His opponent is more of a natural fighter, he's younger and that sort of thing. But interestingly, both Punk and his opponent have 0-1 records, and they both lost to the same man, Mickey Gall. However, Booker T didn't just speculate on that. He also said, what does this mean for Punk's potential return to wrestling? He reckons that Punk will definitely get involved at All In on September 1st. And he even said, or he sort of hinted at, the fact that once that's over and done with, Punk will have been bitten by the wrestling bug again. He obviously misses the industry a lot, in Booker T's opinion, and could even do more things beyond that. Whether that means a return to WWE, I don't know. Obviously, Punk's been very outspoken about not wanting to ever return to WWE in the past in various interviews and social media tweets and posts and that sort of thing. But at the same time, Bret Hart came back, Jesse Ventura came back. A lot of guys who'd fallen out of love with WWE eventually came back. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, not just at All In, but if Punk gets involved, what happens beyond that in relation to the wider wrestling world. And finally, Dave Meltzer responded to a tweet in relation to the status of WWE's cruiserweight division, which obviously takes place every Tuesday on 205 Live, but which has in the past often cropped up on Raw as part of the Raw brand. There's a 3-hour show. How do we fill the time? Let's chuck a couple of cruiserweight matches in there. It all makes sense. But Meltzer has said today on Twitter, responding to someone else, that yes, officially now he can confirm that the cruiserweight division is no longer a part of the Raw brand. The talent still travels and does house shows and dark matches and stuff with the Raw superstars, but it's no longer going to be televised as part of Raw. Now the Cruiserweight division will be entirely confined to 205 Live, and I think this is particularly relevant news after yesterday's excellent 205 Live main event between Buddy Murphy and, what's his name? The champion, Cedric Alexander, the Cruiserweight champion. My goodness, what a thing to say. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching this news piece. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. Check me out on Twitter at JackTheJobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic, and if you want to, you can check out Patreon as well, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And never forget, obviously, of course, to join us.